my name is Xian Liu, and today I will talk about climate change and myth. Before I start my presentation, have you seen these pictures? This is a polar bear and it is a beluga whale. And as you can see in the picture, the polar bear is trying to hunt the beluga whale, and this means that the climate change becomes more serious because there are no ice near the polar bears, and polar bear don't have prey to eat, so it is going to hunt the whale. So today I'm going to talk about climate change and relation between climate change and meat, and then the environmental problem of consuming meat, and finally solution, which is what can we do to reduce the emission of some gases. First, what is climate change? Climate change means long-term shifts in temperatures and weather patterns. It can be caused by nature or by human activities. Firstly, by nature, the change in the Earth's orbit can also cause climate change. For example, if the Earth's orbit change and the ice in South Poles and North Poles get more sunlight, then the average temperature of the Earth will go higher. And also large volcanic eruption. And third, the variations in solar activity can cause climate change too. And climate change can be caused by human activity too. It can be caused by greenhouse gases or the reflectivity or absorption of the sun energy. For example, can you guess what is it? What the people doing in the picture? They are constructing the asphalt road, and this asphalt absorbs more sunlight, so it also makes our average temperature higher. And then I'll introduce you about the relationship between climate change and myth. As I mentioned before, I said that greenhouse gases causes climate change. And then what is the greenhouse gases? The greenhouse gases are the gases that trap heat in the atmosphere, like carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. And until this, you think like that, how is eating meat related with greenhouse gases and climate change? So from now on, I'll explain about this. The livestock productions accounts for 18% of global greenhouse gas emissions, including 9% of carbon dioxide emission and 37% of methane gas emission, which is bigger than cars, including airplane and trains. So I'll introduce more environmental problem of consuming meat. First, deforestation. To make the farms to raise the livestock, we have to cut down the trees, and it makes trees clean and purifies the air, so it makes less, it shrinks the air that we can breathe. And not only that, but also some wildlife habitat is destroyed. And second, environmental pollution. While we raise the livestock, the livestock's farts or like growth, it makes lots of methane gas, especially cows, and then the wild deforestation to make the farms, it makes also lots of carbon dioxide. And lastly, increased risk of pandemics. For example, I mentioned earlier that deforestation destroys other wildlife habitats, and the wildlife will come to places where people live, and then their virus can come to human, and it will increase the risk of pandemics such as COVID-19. And if you can see in the graph, the meat, including beef, lamb, and other pig and poultry meats, it emits lots of carbon dioxide and methane, like more than other plants. So I will introduce a solution to reduce the greenhouse gas from livestock. First, individuals can convert to plant-based diets. So if you convert to plant-based diets, the people will produce less meat, and then the gas emissions will reduce. And company can develop methods to reduce the impact of livestock. For example, there is a result that if the company add 1% of red seaweed to the cows and other livestock's food, it will reduce 60% of greenhouse gas emission. And also, government can introduce methane tax, so it can make companies and individuals to consume less meat. This was the end of my presentation, and do you have any questions? Then what is two main factors that causes climate change?
Human activity and nature.
Yeah, human activity and nature. And then what is environmental problem of consuming meat?
Deforestation.
Deforestation and environmental pollution and increased risk of pandemic. Thank you for listening.